So, yeah, that was probably I thought one of the best promos Gargano had done in his time with NXT. That was pretty good. I know, kind of questioned the heel turn and how Gargano was going to be as a heel, but it's kind of too early to still say that he's doing a great job at it. But this sit-down interview with Morrow was I thought was pretty good. Really kind of threatening there, and Morrow getting a little bit nervous and walking away from the actual interview. What did you think of it, Dave? It's going to be interesting to see what they do with this particular feud. Are they going to up the ante and make it a hardcore match, or steel cage, or Hell in a Cell, or something around those lines? Because this is a very, very intense and personal feud. What did you think of the segment there?
Man, this was all you heard about on Twitter when we were watching AEW. This interview, everyone's talking about it. So I was like, okay, I got to see this.
Yeah.
And man, this was possibly Johnny's best promo he's done since he's been there.
Okay. All right.
I mean, man, it was good because he got personal, and you could really see the difference in a lot of the promos you don't see much anymore in today's wrestling. The passion in his eyes and like how he felt it. You could really see it. So yeah, it was awesome. I loved the promo. I like how it had like a very uneasy feeling, like when JR would interview like a Triple H or someone like that, and he'd get right in his face. That type. That's what it felt like.
Did you think Gargano was gonna sock Morrow there?
I did. I thought you might hit him or something. But kudos for everyone talking all the stuff about Morrow, how he's not comfortable with a lot of stuff or his emotional issues. A lot of people
were giving Morrow credit for that.
Yeah, that he did that and he made it believable because he really seemed uncomfortable.
Mr. AEW said, did we really need to know why Johnny attacked Ciampa? I mean, they have a history and Ciampa started it. Johnny and Morrow did great in the segment, though, and it was better than just doing another brawl and or run-in, said Mr. AEW. I agree.
And next week's episode is going to be really different because it's from the PC.
Yeah, because they have other stuff going on at Full Sail, so they'll be at the PC place next Wednesday night. So we'll see what they do at Gargano and Ciampa there. Well, shit, the dude has anxiety and depression. He did a great job, said Gannicus. Yeah.
Yep.
I agree. And getting Gargano there, yelling in his face, and being like that tomorrow couldn't be easy for him. So, good job from Morrow. Good job from Gargano. And a really good sit-down interview. I like it when wrestling companies do these sit-down interviews. Even if it's Impact, AEW, just name a company. Usually they're pretty damn good. And just like with the JR and Santana one, this one was pretty damn good as well. So props to NXT for that good sit-down interview with Gargano and Morrow. Thank you, Alice.
More stuff. I mean, there's NXT. Look, we get there's still WWE, but NXT hasn't been used to doing a lot of these different type of promos and getting people over and doing different things. Like AEW is doing a lot of now. NXT is starting to kind of dip their feet into that a little bit more. And I think more of this stuff is great.
So the real reason Gargano's pissed is because I praised him. He doesn't want to be part of the Tony Jinx, which hasn't hit this year, Dave, surprisingly. We had Elias and Finn Balor. Look at Elias is going to get a WrestleMania match and Finn Balor feuding with Walter. I mean, the Jinx.
Finn Balor Wednesday said he was going. I don't know if you're going to talk about that, but he was just going to do his. Said Walter will see him sooner than he thinks, or whatever. Which I'm intrigued, and people are questioning. So, did they just turn Balor face all of a sudden now?
It looks like it. It looks like it. Well, I mean, could you have heel versus heel? I mean, you could. Technically, you could if you want to go that route. And I like the heel.
You're gonna get scared still, but especially over there or even at NXT.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Get cheered no matter what.
Morrow is so underrated. Best announcer out there today, says McGrime69. You agree with him on that?
Best announcer? I mean, compared to what, Cole and Tom Phillips?
As he says, the best announcer out there today. I think he's mentioning everything.
Yeah, I know, but those are. Oh, okay. I mean, it's not hard to be better than JR right now.
CMA Awesome, or CM Awesome, says, how do you guys feel about sports being affected by the coronavirus?
Oh, motherfucker.
What? What the hell?
I heard about this. It's all that is on the news, on Twitter, everywhere. It's all you hear.
Listen.
Wash your damn hands.
The coronavirus thing is getting pretty intense. I was talking to my wife and my mother the other day, saying that I'm kind of glad I'm not going to WrestleMania because I would be kind of nervous going on a plane and going to WrestleMania with all those other people, but I wouldn't have it affect me personally. But yeah, it's gonna affect sports. You already hear NBA notifying the players that they might have games in empty arenas, and the NHL is already cutting off other medias for interviews. It's getting pretty serious.
There's talks that March Madness could go on with no one in the arena at all, just the players.
Yeah, so we'll see what goes down there. Speaking of announcer, nice touch not having Beth on TV for this episode to sell the angle on Raw. Like
well, you couldn't.
And Hill's actions having an impact. Doesn't seem like much, but seriously, hardly anything these days has an impact that carries over to the next episode. So I'll take yeah, you had to. Excuse me, I don't know why I'm coughing so much. I feel like they needed to have her off television because once you get that RKO, it's such a intense
I don't think she
move.
should be on next week either. I don't think she should be on at all.
Yeah, that would be nice to have her off maybe a week or two, kind of selling that injury. I have to go to her fires. We're gonna show the highlight of that because we do have it, and we're gonna touch on it because
There's even a Twitter account. You know that?
I'm sorry.
There's a coronavirus Twitter account. It's a parody account, and they tweeted out, I think, today or yesterday. Anyone got any WrestleMania tickets? We're thinking about going.
Yeah, hey, if you don't want to go and you have WrestleMania tickets, feel free to give them this way. Ted does make a good point. It's more attacking people with weak immune systems. More of the elderly people have more of a risk of getting it. So,
hey, that's not true though, because I know people who have people who deal with asthma and allergies all year. They have low immune systems too.
Well, yeah, that's they're also involved, but it's more for elderly that have to be on the lookout for it. But this isn't a fucking health.
It's a scare tactic. It really is to me. That's what it is right now. It's a scare tactic.
But we hear about the corona all the time. But thank you for the question. I appreciate that. Is this wrestling pod or health pod? Right, exactly. Let's just move on.